Good morning. This is Dr. Mia Luth. Today, Saturday, 10:30, 2022. It's 8:40 a.m. Eastern. It's about 47 degrees, mostly sunny. I don't have time to check atmospheric conditions or any of those kind of things. Like, so, but I can just do that general stuff. And in case anybody noticed, just like if anybody sees that there's like a big long broomstick mop handle behind me, okay, if you'll notice that wasn't there at some point. Right. That's what I used to try and poke at the light and see if there were loose wires. I could, you know, repeat the lights flashing. So even though I'm used to things, I still do everything I can to check them anyway. Because, yeah, just so everyone knows, I still, even if I'm almost 90% sure that it's not loose wires, I still do it because, you know, that's just a way to keep discerning in the appropriate directions, the best way I can put it for anybody. Uh, so, like, it comes to Parkinsonism, it's just sort of like, yeah, I mean, I had some small things going on, but I was also diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And so, a lot of it kind of was like, well, probably cataplexy or, right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. It just little things that could be something else. So, but along the way, I just, I definitely have a, movement disorder or something. Yeah. And this is not something that I had. I was, you know, a very, like, my muscles were very lithe and I didn't have a lot of like little accidents like this until like my maybe 40s. So, and the way, the difficulty swallowing, you know what I'm saying? And then now I have some paralysis and yeah, like it's happening. I wish I could stop it from happening. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, it's kind of like I'm like, I'm trying to get my brain to tell my hand to stop. You see, I'm getting at. And it's like, it's not really working out. Also, yeah, you're gonna. So, but on that note, I did reduce uh, neuron by, yeah. And when I did that, things started getting better. So I don't know what that means. But, it was right. It was I was doing this all night long. Yes. And I got some on video. And so that's not something you really want to try and live through or get used to. You see what I'm saying to people? sober adult people. So no, I don't drink alcohol or any of that kind of stuff. And I'm very cautious with my medications, but here's my situation. One, this is not in a like from a paranormal investigative situation, which I am certified. Paranexus.org. Okay, people. Right, Dr. Kelly. All right. My badge is around somewhere. I know it's here. I just don't know where it is. Okay? And I wasn't doing any active anything that way. Okay? But when I was answering questions and going through the coursework and yeah, all right, I did actually write down and mention to him something about an attack. And so I'll just verbally give my permission if there's something that's in what I did for coursework that will be helpful to a lead investigator or someone who can help me out, then it's okay to share that, right? But anybody who wants to know, I'm associated with Paranexus. Okay, universe, it's paranexus.org. And sometimes, like, I'll listen more than I participate. And I'll do it, when I have time. But I can't have anybody, like, I can't have any psychic mediums purposefully trying to guess this shit if I ever in my. This is, unfortunately, an actual, real, otherworldly, some kind of situation which is harmful to humans. So I don't give a shit what's popular or who's famous but Dr. Kelly, okay, can at least provide some kind of backstory to anybody. And just, he knows that I don't just automatically assume anything, really. So, yeah, anomalous researchers and paranormal investigators, but I need a male lead investigator who's available with some equipment here today, if possible. And so I was just kind of giving as much information as I could for that individual and a few others. They should all be male because it seems like it attacks females. Okay? Right. I mean, I definitely can't work this as a case. So some things can be on film, but there may be a situation which might be trying to block me from getting help. So I don't want any kind of, I don't care how strong or good you are. Like, I don't want medium, I don't want anybody psychically connected to me. You get what I'm saying? Right. Like, however anybody does it or perceives it, because, like, this is not for you. So, but every time I try to go outside, hey, like, I can take out the trash around the house, right? But, like, if I start walking further away from, like, everything starts getting worse for me. And so, Yes, this is what I'm saying. So if I were to look at it from, you know, just like kind of like a paranormal investigator perspective, there would be no reason for me to even suspect Dybbuk. Get it? Yeah. But I would like to mention something else on my blog, Singing from the Crease. I did have a very large lump, and that did get on video. Okay. But it wasn't goiter, I can tell you that much. So, timing, you understand? On one particular box. That's it. Anything anonymous, as if from nowhere, but fully honest and checked, I would appreciate. Get it? I don't need certain things, but I need a lead investigator with equipment and, yeah, other types of individuals who understand what I mean by I'm not dealing with a friendly. So come knowing that. But of course I pray. And you know, some things improve, but it's just so not okay. Uh, and so sometimes, like, I can just tell that it's like there's some things that I'm expecting, you understand? Like, there's some things that I know are like, I'm just gonna say the word kosher. Okay, like it's all good that, but that one thing, kept, like interfering and right, yes, like there were things that just like what the fuck is that? But I didn't want to really go looking either, you know. I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed for clarity, answers, what's going on. I need some help, blah, blah. And then I saw that documentary, and even if it were a fake or a hoax, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to tell you is that a lot of that stuff happens to me almost like that. So even if it were, how would they know to act like that? How would they know to, you see what I'm getting at, people? Right. But it definitely, like, I was in shock the first half of it. Like, so maybe my prayer was answered. But of course, sometimes you get an answer, and it's sure as balls not like good news. Well, on the other hand, right, like I'm saying, I keep getting this feeling it's trapped, and that might be good news, but not for me. So this is more heavy duty kind of situation. This is not a TV show, and nobody who just watches paranormal stuff is anywhere near prepared. Don't come here. Certified lead investigator of the paranormal or anomalous. You can skip all this stuff. Okay. Yep. So some of it's like not going to be. as visible with the equipment that I have. So I don't care. EVPs, I don't try to do them. I don't. Right. And I'm not doing anything actively because, yeah, I don't. I'm not interested in talking or getting any of that information, and I don't have time or interest because it's just like now I know what the likely issue is. So I did have a large lump here, which was recorded on a video blog, a vlog that I did. So I think there's visual image of it, and all this may be related. So, right. But don't attack people. Like me personally, I'm like not being told to do mean things. I'm not. None of that crap's happening. Understand? That's not this. So I gotta eat. Um, that's all just backstory. But somebody's gonna see this and understand. I don't care. They gotta send this link to every paranormal investigator you know. Okay, paranexus.org, right? And Dr. Kelly has some private information that might be helpful to an investigator. So I used to contact him. Like, I'm okay if he shares that with a certified lead investigator. But it's like I said, something just, yeah, some kind of interference or some kind of like, yep, just nothing that made any sense. And there's no way I would put those two things together. So I'm sure prayer was part of the reason that I got eyes on that. Right? So all I need from most people anyway is like prayer. And the rest is just don't worry about it. But yeah, I wasn't doing EVPs or anything. No. I was trying to work on something else. So, but I'm not going to do EVPs. That would not be wise of me to do it anyway. So I don't have anything like that. But you know, to say it's not possible, it just shouldn't be me doing it. So I need an immediate assist. And it is entirely possible that, you know, me asking for help may not be what some source wants. So, yeah, you see what I'm saying? I need like sober, mature, unchildlike, unchildish adults. Right? But some of this is just good tips because I'm just trying to take my mind off this whole thing. And yeah, so I'll listen to different kind of music, you know what I'm saying? I can't have anybody like trying to be too curious or playful with me is what I'm getting at. So um so I don't have anything I haven't re-listened. Who knows? There might be something, but I haven't listened to any of it because I wasn't doing an investigation. So, but now it is one. So, yeah. That's my other problem is I'm, in charge of my own medications here. And if I work right, I have a few sedatives, nothing major, right? But maybe I should not be alone with my medications either. You understand? Okay. So far, I'm fine with that. It's just now I'm getting off medication schedule. So this is an actually bona fide 100% needs to be handled now. That's why I need at least one other person around anyway. So I don't attack people. And some of this is something I'm expecting and I know is okay. So like I just right. So I'm in a pain that isn't easy to describe to people. So somebody's there's gotta be a certified, well practiced male, right, paranormal investigator anyway around somewhere that's gotta be available to somebody. Anyway, um, I've just been trying to get as much sleep as I can get. So sometimes I just need to sleep a lot. But I say things in my sleep. God only knows. Yeah, I toss and turn a lot. And there are times where no matter what kind of sleep hygiene, you know what I'm saying, no matter what I do that is in line with good sleep hygiene, there's nothing I can freaking do about this. So, once I get to a point where I'm tired enough, it's sort of like, well, I also, fine. But I'm gonna be punished until I can't handle it anymore. If I can't get some understanding, like every time I leave the house, everything gets worse. And so I need to sleep most of the time. Nobody's letting me recover. I'm not getting any more fucking medical tests for a while. I forget to use reasons of faith, then fine. There you go, assholes. They're gonna put me through it. Okay. So I'm not available for any kind of assistance to anyone whatsoever. And unfortunately, my plans have changed in a day almost. So that's all I'm asking is anybody like sees this, just like emergency 911 to any investigator you can think of. And yep, exactly. So I've seen some things physically that I know for sure can't be, me seeing things, or yeah, he didn't use the camera. You understand? I mean, I saw it with my naked eyes, and like I tried several different ways to try and recreate it, but I mean, it was definitely 100% guaranteed, no bones about it. An orb, it was probably golf ball size, and I was in a room that didn't have any windows, and there were no lights on anywhere that could reflect in any possible way that kind of situation. And the only light that was on, I would just have a night light in my bathroom. It's the thing I always do because I don't want to turn on full blown lights to get up to go to the bathroom at night, because then I might not be able to go to sleep. So, right. So I don't usually turn the light on. So it was like, you know, like night light kind of light in there. It's like, you know, and just like kind of looked, and it was only like a foot away from me. Little kind of hovered, right, then disappeared. So, and there wasn't like a reflection anyway, but it was in a room. There was just no way. There was no mirrors, lights, windows that were even close to similar. It couldn't be a reflection of anything. So, you know, I've physically seen some things with my eyes, so I just absolutely know for sure that that was definitely an orb, and it was totally white with a little bit of haze around it. Yeah, so I mean, I might have helpful company with me, but I can't take this. So I can just let people know, like, trust me, I test veracity, I check every freaking possible thing I can think of. Sometimes I'll try and recreate something, like maybe it's, yes, of course, once I get to the point where I'm so exhausted, I think what's happening is whatever it is trying to keep me awake all the time. So that's not working out. I can't have people just rushing in. Jesus, right? It's not. This is not for clicks. Okay, jeez, like, holy Lord, please help me. I mean, I don't know how many times a little woman has to ask for mercy, but I can't let this happen to any other female. You gotta be kidding me. Nobody's badass. So some of this is just good advice from a regular perspective, because I'm just trying to keep my mind on things that's not that. And there's no way I could possibly work this as a case for myself, because I'm too tired to think straight. So obviously, some people are gonna figure it out like today, Please. Right? I gotta eat. Okay. I have to eat. But I'll probably be back on at some point. But if I'm not, I mean, sometimes it's like I can't. I'm awake, but I can't get up out of bed, and I'm just so tired. I can't. I don't even have the strength to come and turn on my laptop. Okay. So, but there's very good things like just this might be what has been caused me severe spiritual attack. It's beyond what other people. Yeah. So that might be it. In which case, let's not fuck around and pretend. This is not for pretenders. Get it? So I can also leave that information for anybody who wants to check. You want to know for sure that I'm a bona fide investigator, and there could be information in what I sent Dr. Kelly that might be pertinent to my situation. So I'll allow a lead investigator to, look at whatever there, because some of it's related. Okay, but everybody, this is not a normal thing that happens every day. Okay, so that's why it's called anomalous, and that's why I don't want anybody to worry too much. I get scared or think that. And that if you're not an investigator, if you are not fully qualified with years of experience, then you stay the hell away from me, please. Or, right? If you're not prepared for the fact it's unfriendly, and it may not be unfriendly to males, but it's fucking hurting me in ways I can't even explain to people. Nor would I want to in company that I would know could handle it. Okay? So, just prayers is all. Okay? I gotta eat, but everybody, once a day. Just once a day. Sometimes just once a day helps. Max is doing fine, by the way. Yeah. All right. I'll be back at some point.